Hello everyone, welcome to another Centurion's Corner. I'm Steve and today I'll be building Captain Ponds. So I've just literally taken the picture for my thumbnail, so I thought I'd just show you my little display that I've got going. I'll talk you through everything that I'll be using, and this will be a learning process as well because there's a lot of new things that I haven't yet done, as the other ones have just been paint applications. This one I've got a bit of material because he comes with his little skirt, so that will need painting and also putting it on. And I've been looking at the Clone Trooper as well, and I think it'd be quite tight underneath his under his belt, so I think he will need a little bit of customization as well around his midsection under his belt so I can fit it in. So let's have a look at what paints I've just got through. So I wasn't too sure on Captain Ponds' colour. It's a very odd colour. Let's just zoom you in there. On Mr. Ponds, please. Right, yeah, so it's weird because I looked at him and when I went out looking for the paints, I kind of thought, oh, he's a bit like very brown, more like a wet or burnt brick. But looking at him again, he's more red than he is. And I wanted to say rust, but rust is an orange colour. I just found you look at it and you think it's brown. The more you look at it, you think it's more towards the red. So I had to play with a few paints. I bought quite a few of the Tamira sort of brownie paints. So I've got this one. It's actually called Red Brown, so I thought brilliant. But looking at it, it looks the brownest out the lot. So I didn't go for that one in the end when I mixed it together. This is called Flat Earth, which is more of like a mud colour, which might come in handy for a bit of customization when I want to do a bit more weathering. That I can't get the depth of view from the Tamira weathering paints. A dark copper, but again it looks a bit metallic, so that would do him very well. Let's just zoom me in, guys. So I don't know how I'm going to do this video. I might do it step by step because I know a lot of you liked my under the knife video, which hopefully I might actually make that into a little series or something. But this one I'm going to do like a work in progress, so it could be a massive work in progress up to the main thing, and then I'll do a full review of the finished figure. And then it could be a couple of days before it comes out, or I might just bring it out in stages and be 1, 2 and 3 parts or something like that, depending how kind of bits I think you guys might find interesting. So I've already, with my lucky molds so far, so I've got the guns and the holsters. So as I showed already, I've finished one and dremelled one holster out, and I've dremelled out 2 guns. And obviously the holster, and then just slide them in. So Captain Ponds comes with 2 holsters. So I've done his other gun as well, so he's got 2. So I'm going to have to, for tonight, I'm going to have to dremel out this one, and hopefully it will fit the gun, because sometimes it's not quite right. So if that don't work out properly, I've actually got the ones over here somewhere that's a solid block, and I'm going to see if I can dremel that out to make it right. So that was why milliput, however you want to pronounce it, goes here. So I've got a pen and I've got a pencil, just in case the pencil doesn't really show up very well, to cut out around here. And I've got Captain Rex's skirt to use as a template. So I might cut these out tonight and just get everything ready and then for him to dry. So what I did use for getting the colour, so I think it's turned out this colour here for think it's this one here, just underneath, will be the finished product for my Captain Ponds. So these little guys I just found in the kids' toy box. They're not going to miss them. I think they're ones that come with dinosaur sets and stuff like that. But the plastic's very similar to these guys. And he's still wet, which is lovely. But so I use these as sort of like little templates, you know. So I've tried the weathering kit on him before I tried it out. You know, my first ever application there was him painting his little watch. And yeah, these come in handy just to test your paints, because if you put it on paper, it's not going to be sort of the right kind of finish when it comes out onto plastic. So these are quite good to have around. And I've always got my trusty guinea pig Rex here, with a 5s mark on there. I've got a little bit of Milliput left over, so I tried a little varial, a bit of ARC Trooper armory sort of things on there. I even tried a stupid little rocket. Yeah, but what I did notice with this guy is that he's actually got a bit taken out. It's got a groove around where his belt goes. So I don't know if you ever compared him to Wolf. Captain Rex's skirt was, well, it was for the material, it was quite good. But comparing to Wolf, it's actually really bad. And Wolf hasn't got this either, so it doesn't sit on him very well. So if this all goes to plan, I'm actually going to upgrade Wolf. Try not getting wet paint on him, which I brought him over. So I just think his skirt just, well, I've seen Nappy's wool better than this. Just, yeah, it doesn't hang right. It just looks awful. So yeah, if this goes to plan, I'm then going to upgrade Wolf's belt, and then I'll do a show of that as well in the future, potentially. So in the end, I used NATO Brown for the colour, which is XF68, and then just a standard flat red XF7 to make my paint colour. These little pots come in quite handy actually, because I know like these do their own ones, but you could just go to any kind of sort of little pound shop and then just buy those. Camera's going really out of focus today. So I'll put a bit of that in there and then slowly put in the XF. When I was thinking it was near it, I would then apply a little bit of paint to the old little man in the back. If it still weren't right, add a bit more red, carry on, a bit more red, carry on. So I think I finally got the colour. I've got plenty on there because where I keep adding the red, I've got lots in there. So potentially I've probably got enough for like 2 ponds or more in there. It's quite a bit. So I was actually kind of thinking as well is if you guys help me get my subs up, so when I get to maybe like 100, I'll do like a free offering to you guys. So if you get me to 100 subs, if you guys are subscribed to me and you've commented on a video, then from the time from here till I get to like 100 subs, you can choose from one of those figures and I'll make for you guys and I'll send it to you. Deal? Right. Because I'm quite enjoying doing this YouTube thing. I didn't think I would, but I've learnt quite a few new skills with doing it as well. Right, so that's the paints I used. I don't need all that because now I painted him up. Well, I've got his paints mixed up. Here's my reference. I've got pictures on my laptop as well, but I won't be needing that just yet. And he's quite a good reference, actually. He's not as bad as the Waxer and Boyle. The only thing I don't know, and I've tried looking around, is actually he's got some script on the back of his helmet. And I don't know whether it's, I can't remember what the script is of Star Wars, you know, like Arabic or something. Or it's just squiggles. There's literally one scene I've seen in the Clone Wars where he's, let's just bring that in. On here, it just looks like when you're a kid and you're drawing little birdies. But So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might even just make a, if I can fit it on these guys, I might even just do like my own little message on the back maybe. So that is it. So I might speed this up, I might cut it, I'm not too sure, but we'll go from here anyway. So you're probably not going to hear me when I put the Dremel on, and I don't know what the audio is going to be like, as it is like a drill. But what I do, I put some music over it, chill out, and watch me Dremel a holster. Okay guys, I'm nearly getting there. So this is obviously the other one I'm just doing now. So it's almost there, just a little bit further down. One thing to bear in mind is that when you do this and the Dremel, when you're holding it, it can get hot. So if you're quite prone, you know, have a bit of sensitive skin or whatnot, then best put it in a clamp or something like that, just something that's really secure, because obviously I've had it happen to me just now actually, where the Dremel took it away and it's spinning around on the end, hoping that your precious work don't get destroyed. So I'm off again, do a bit more dremeling, and catch you in a mo. Well, welcome back to my mess. So I've just had a little mishap. I've just pushed a little bit too hard and I've made a hole in the holster. So it's not too bad, just I was pushing a little bit too much down there. So you just got to be careful because you're thinning it from the inside. But the good news is that my gun slides right in now. So I'm just going to use an extra little bit of an attachment. And yeah, the holster's done. So the only thing you can do to repair that is obviously build up a little bit more of that milliput, put it over the top, sand it down once it's dry, and then it'll be good as new. So I'm just going to finish this off now, and I'll come back to you once I've just tidied up the inside. Okay, my guns are done. So one holster slides in very nicely. This is the one that we've just done, that needs sanding down, and obviously one I've already done prior. So to sand down, don't try this at home. If you're underage, always get someone to give you a hand. You can always just use sanding paper. I always just find it's a bit repetitive. It's not my cup of tea, as I'm a little bit impatient. So I always use it our scalpel. I have cut myself a couple of times, but yeah, I just find I'm more precise with it. So I just literally just slowly up the sides and take off all that binding bond. You can get in those nice corners, cut it into a nice shape. I'm going to have to, this bit here, I'm going to have to trim all that part down, it's a little bit thick. Just cut it up. And if you are doing it with a scalpel, just always remember that these thin bits on the edges are not as tough as the actual main product part, so your fingers will slide and slip through it. I'm going to leave that bit because it's quite weak, and so I need to put on a bit more of that milliput. But at least we know the inside's fine. So I'll just correct the hole so I know how much I need to redo. Make it quite thin down there, but it's only a small little hole, so it's no big deal really. And once I put that other stuff on there, it'll be fine. But I'll leave that for tonight. That's a job for tomorrow, as I'm not in a massive rush for these, but I just like having the accessories kind of already done, so when it gets to the finished product I can just go bish bash bosh. Okay, and also guys, I'm just started to get into Instagram. I have a Twitter, but I'm still not caught up on that. But Instagram, I've had a bit of a play with today and all that, so you can always find me on there. Just Centurion's Corner. So if you've got any of your own customs or whatnot and you want to share, then just send it to me, hashtag it and whatnot, and I'll have a look. Okay, so I can finish this off tomorrow night. So what I'm going to do is going to grab this, make up milliput and show you how it's done. and then place just a tiny bit on there, and hopefully it will set tomorrow for me to just sand it down. So these come in two parts. One's a hardener, and I don't know, you just got to mix them together, and you can put it on anything. I know they use them for car body bits and stuff. And all you got to do is get two equal amounts and put them together. So as you're only a little bit, because you don't want to waste it all, and a little does go a long way. So obviously you're getting two parts of the same amount. So what you do, get them together, mash it up. One's a bit darker, one's more yellow, and then you're just mixing it up until it's literally the same colour. Unfortunately, when it gets warm and very sort of, it does get very tacky. People do wear gloves with it, but unfortunately with me, I just find gloves get in the way. So always make sure that you do wash your hands afterwards, because I think it's quite toxic. Okay, so it's all solid one colour. So just take as much as you want, and we're just going to apply. Just going to apply just enough on it. Push it down to blend it in. Just need a tiny bit more. Inside and just round that off. Put a big blob on the outside actually, so I can just sand it down just to make sure that's all tight around that hole. Lovely. Okay, so we'll let that set. It takes about 4 hours, but as we're not using it for a while, so we can just put it on the side and let that set. And now, right, so I'm going to cut out the templates. So it's just this little bit of fabric that I've got at the moment, Captain Rex. So I'm just going to use the old ruler. It's one of those, it's got a soft underside, so you're not going to ruin anything. Just going to place it hard down on there, and then with a pencil, I'm just going to trace it on the side. And this is white on the inside, that's all I could find at the moment. So I'm actually going to try painting it on the inside and then keeping the leather look on the outside. Which we have there. So they're a bit uneven on these, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut one out and then use that one as a template for the next one. Can actually leave a little bit more at the top actually, because I've got some elastic that I used for his bandolier, and that's how I'm going to try and place it around his waist. But yeah, so really it'll be about up to there. It's not too bad. I think it goes down to about his knees, doesn't it? Yeah, the Rex one does. Yeah, it's about there. But we can always play with that when it comes to it. Okay, so I'm just going to draw around this one. It's a bit harder than the other material, so you can just have a bit in place with your fingers. And this material is just that kind of sort of leather looking vinyl material. Which you can get from most textile sort of shops. So you don't have to go and cut up your nan's furniture. It's a bit wrong at the top, but just improve it a little bit and trim down the sides. There you go. 2 lots. Bits at the top's not too bad. That's why I'm not too fussed about. As long as I've got the bottom exactly the same as that's what's going under his belt. So before I put the Dremel away, I'm actually going to try and go underneath here and do a little trench run around there. Right, catching them in. Right, before I start trimming, just going to show you the little diamond end got on here. I find this is like the best that I use for Dremel. I have more control over this one. It comes with a lot of sanding bits, kind of like these ones. But I find this one being hard and it's a bit small, you can just manoeuvre it quite nice. So, off we go again. Okay, so that was a bit scary. I felt a little bit like Andy from Toy Story, thinking, oh my god, what am I doing? And the other part of me was like Sid, and I was out of control and I was going a bit too far. So as I was doing it, I couldn't push up his belt enough to get the Dremel in, because otherwise I was going to start attacking the belt. So I went around the back, and just obviously with my old mate, I just cut through the back there at an angle, just behind his thermal grenade, and then took his belt off, and gave him a belly button. Lovely. Done. Yeah, that was the Dremel. I literally didn't realise how soft this plastic was compared to the Dremel. It just melted away. So obviously I thinned around his waist. I'm not too sure if it's enough or it needs a little bit more, but if I go any deeper I think it'll be a lot of Victoria Beckham, I think. So I'm going to leave him there. And yeah, so tonight I've got his skirts ready, his holsters are Dremeled out, His guns are already done. He's beltless. And yeah, onwards with the mod. See you next time. Bye.